On the show, we have to actually talk to ourselves.
Rod, Todd, this is God.
What are you doing on our radio?
I invented the universe, stupid kid. I've got a job for thee. Bring forth all the cookies.
But those are our parents' cookies.
Do you want a happy God or a vengeful God?
Happy God, happy God.
Ay, caramba.
My house, my house.
Hi, I'm Nancy Cartwright, and you may recognize my voice.
Hi, I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you?
Ralph Wiggum.
I'm Idaho.
Nelson MUNTZ. Todd Flanders.
I get to anoint their feet.
Chuckie from the Rugrats.
Oh no, it's clouds. I don't like clouds.
And one more, doesn't talk much, Rufus the Naked Mole Rat from Kim Possible.
Booyah!
Did you get all that? I'm here today with Vanity Fair, and I'm going to listen to some up-and-coming artists do some impressions of the characters that I do. Let's check it out.
Hi, where's he working?
The Quickie Mart.
Maggie! I don't mean to be bad. I don't know why I do the things that I do.
That's pretty good. You know, the challenging thing about doing a voice is that there has to be a consistency. She touches on it just a little bit, and she's got the ability to do
that sound. But you have to be able to maintain a consistency in a certain sound, even when you're laughing.
I've never really thought about the placement of my voice when I do Bart Simpson.
He's really easy to just slip into, and I think it's kind of in the back of my throat. It's not nasal. If it was nasal, it would be like that.
She had it open, but again, it's just that finding the exact right placement for it so she can maintain that sound throughout the show. You go all the way back to the beginning of The Simpsons. We had no idea we were still going to be on the air after all these years. And some of my characters have evolved. And Dan doing Homer, same thing. When you're on as long as we've been on, it becomes an evolution. Bart at the beginning was one note. He's like, Lisa, come on, man. And he was angry. He was a rascal. But as it developed into a half-hour show, there was more opportunity for him to become a fleshed-out character. So I had more range in freedom in,
like, the sound of it. So instead of being like down here and being like that all the time, there was like, Mom, oh, happy birthday, Lisa. You know, and you got to see a softer side of Bart Simpson, which was great. So, Mom, what's our plan?
What are you doing up there?
Looking through people's luggage.
I'm the mascot of an evil corporation.
So, Mom, what's our plan?
What are you doing up there?
Looking through people's luggage.
I'm the mascot of an evil corporation.
Oh, wow. You could tell immediately that she loves what she's doing. She is having so much fun. Various characters here. She's doing Bart. She's doing Marge. Even putting the nose on to help her out. The first thing she did, it did sound a little bit like Bart. Her Marge, I think, was the best of the ones that she did. Her enthusiasm and her passion to be able to have the opportunity to entertain people on YouTube, you gotta admire that. Practice, practice, practice. The more that you do, the better that you will get. I believe there's innate talent, and there's also talent that you can develop. You don't necessarily have to have innate talent in order to succeed in what it is that you're doing. You know, it's interesting. People have asked me this question before about the difference between doing voiceover work and doing on-camera work. In terms of development of a character, I don't see a whole lot of difference. The biggest difference is that in voiceovers, you don't have to do makeup unless you're doing a photo shoot or a video shoot for Vanity Fair, and then you have to doll yourself up. But when you go to do a regular job, there's no makeup, there's no hair, you don't have to hit your mark for the camera. In that regard, it's a lot less pressure. But in terms of development of the characters, honestly, I don't really see a whole lot of difference. You have to commit 100% to what it is that you're doing, the decision that you made. So for you, again, consistency and commitment to that particular sound.
Did you replace me with this Tinker toy?
Replace is such an ugly word. We upgraded.
Bart, we can be friends.
Eat my shorts.
Here we go! Ay, caramba! Eat my shorts!
Oh my gosh, are you kidding? She is such a fan. She's got a lot of enthusiasm. She's got a lot of passion in what she's doing. She's cute as a button. I think she's got the makings of doing a Bart Simpson impression.
Bart Simpson, his normal voice is like this.
I'm going to make him go down to 2 years old.
So this is Bart Simpson, age 10 years old. What's happening, man? Now, this is Bart Simpson at 8 years old. Hi. As we get a little bit younger, you can hear my voice. It's getting a little bit like a helium balloon. So when I get to be like 2 years old, this is Bart Simpson. Mommy. Bart at 40. Okay, we bring it way down into a low register. You can get a bass, and if I'm doing Bart Simpson and I decide to do another character like that, hey, Ma, what's going on? Where's the grits? I'm hungry. That would be Bart Simpson, from Tennessee.
It's all the same voice. In order to build a house, you have to have a good foundation. And right now, I don't quite see the foundation. So I think by listening more and listening to me do it over and over again with a good ear, she can start to develop that even more. Today with modern technology, with YouTube, anybody can just take it and repeat and drill. And that's the main thing. But I don't want to discourage. I think she's got a lot of passion, and that's the main thing that you have to start with. You really, really have to want it. And with training, she can get there.
Come on, Chuck, how long does it take to copy your butt? I wasn't sure if I was letter or legal size. Well, I'm just sitting here in the car listening to my dad blab on and on about some tech-savvy lenders business. Blah, blah, blah. Recording himself with a stinking video camera.
That's pretty good. She's got a good attitude for Chuckie. I'd say she's about 3/4 of the way there. She's almost got it. She needs to tighten again.
It's almost like you got something caught in your throat. I'm picturing the side of my vocal cords right now. It's almost like getting the idea of holding like a cherry in the back of your throat. If you can do that, I think you can do Chuckie.
Sometimes when you're doing a show, you can come up, it can just be blurted out as some sort of an ad lib. And you'll see behind the booth where the producers and the engineers are, they're totally cracking up. And a smart director will say, bam, that's it. Do that again. Say that again. Here's the difference between a professional and an amateur. A professional can come up with a voice.
Even if it's just a little voice like this. It's just a little 6-year-old girl that I was inspired by Mrs. Doubtfire, this actress that played this part, Mara Wilson, and she had a little split in her tooth. And so I took that and I sort of created
this character has never been cast. I've never done this voice professionally. So I still have this like in my cadre of characters that have been undiscovered yet. By having improvisational skills and just letting yourself be able to just say whatever you want to say, keeping who that character is in mind, you can help to really establish a recognizable, someday maybe, icon.
Chuckie, in my house, we do stuff like this all the time.
My house. Let me tell you something, Tommy. This isn't my house, it's my house.
My house. Let me tell you something, Tommy. This isn't my house, it's my house.
Oh my gosh, super cute. I think she's got the basis.
It's my house.
She's open. Her voice is too open to be distinguished as Chuckie.
He's got some kind of an adenoidal problem. Chuckie's got a sore throat all the time and a stuffed nose. It's sort of stuck right back here, and you just wish that if he could just cough it out, he would sound much clearer. But the more adenoidal he is, the more he's chuckified.
Christine Cavanaugh was the original voice of Chuckie. She did Chuckie for about 8 or 9 years. One of the most, if not the most challenging jobs I ever had was to take what Christina had done and duplicate that. There's some things that I have found in doing it that is unique to me.
When I do my Chuckie, there's some certain words that I do, like feel, Lil.
There's a diphthong there. He's got a hint of a little southern something that has been kind of gradually being incorporated into who my Chuckie is.
I'm telling you, Tommy, that Sat is a bad guy. He's always watching you, keeping track of everything you do.
I'm telling you, Tommy, he's always watching you, keeping track of everything you do. And then, in the middle of the night, he breaks into your house with a big bag full of who knows what.
I hate clowns.
Wow!
That's pretty good. She's almost there. I think she's just this much off. It's again, she's got the attitude of who Chuckie is, but it's that tightness. She needs to tighten it up just a little bit more. She's right there. She's invested in what she's doing, but it just needs to be tweaked just a little bit. When I was 16 years old, I got on the speech team, and I competed telling children's stories. And the judges started saying things to me, you've got an interesting voice, you should do cartoons for a living. And it never occurred to me that I could do something like that. As I grew into my adulthood, I found I had this niche for doing children's voices. I have done adults, but on The Simpsons, they're extraneous characters. I might be a secretary. She doesn't even have a name. It doesn't tend to be my niche, and I have found, especially doing boys, I've found this area that I excel in. But if you go to Universal Studios and you go to the Simpsons virtual reality, as you're standing in line, there is a voice that you hear that gives you instructions about safety. It's very important that you keep your hands inside the rails. Do not, and in order to do it, I feel like I have to stand up. But I put my voice in a very low register when I did it, and I was super, super serious. So that's how I can be an adult and do adult voices. It's a challenge for me, and I'm a grandma.
That's where I saw the leprechaun. Right, a leprechaun. He told me to burn things.
Miss Hoover, there's a dog in the van. Hi, Bart. I know you from school. That's where I met the leprechaun. He told me to burn things. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Super Nintendo Charmers. I'm learning.
Wow. I've never heard a dude do Ralph Wiggum. That's amazing. It's actually pretty good. He can go up into this falsetto, and that's pretty good.
I can just take my voice and throw it up there. I don't know if you would call that a falsetto or not. I don't think that sounds like I'm doing a falsetto.
He has to go up into a whole different range. I can tell that it's a guy. I think Ralph needs to come from a woman. You can call that sexist if you want. I don't think it is. I think it has to do with anatomy.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers. Meow. I'm learning.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers. I'm learning.
Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers. I'm learning.
It's pretty good. Again, it's the guy-girl thing, but it's pretty close. Commit maybe a little bit more to that character. When you do voiceovers, it's not like you're just talking to someone.
If I was just doing Ralph Wiggum and I was just talking to you, it's a little bit flat. But when I'm really doing it on the show, I have to pop it up a little bit. You gotta smile. And even, you saw my eyebrows go up? That helps when I do that, because he's a happy guy.
So physically, I can change, and that helps me. That helps support my choices. If he could just have a little bit more energy behind it, I think he would have popped it up.
We take proper names and rearrange the letters to form a description of that person.
My cat's breath smells like cat food.
My cat's breath smells like cat food.
Okay, this guy's pretty good, but you can tell that it's a dude and he's got boy parts. You can sort of hear a little bit of a bass or a baritone in his voice. With Ralph Wiggum,
he's got to be popped right up there.
And if he could keep it up in the higher range, it would be better. Ralph's high pitch, I think it makes him innocent. I think it just adds a quality to him that he is just a little kid. And the high pitch also makes him sound a little not quite there. I'm not going to say stupid, but maybe.
Once again, if I'm not mistaken, this can contain tomato paste.
And once again, if I'm not mistaken, this can once contained tomato paste.
It's pretty good, but it's not so much Nelson as it is Kearney. Nelson's got the grind. He's got this going on. It's like this is a throat ripper, if you will. Kearney is a little bit softer, and he was kind of doing a little bit more of a Kearney there. It was pretty good, but it wasn't quite me.
Nelson Mandela MUNTZ. I'm just saying.
The key to a good voiceover actor or actress is versatility. If you can get one actor to do 10 voices rather than get 10 actors to do one voice each, you're saving a lot of money. As a producer, that's kind of what they're interested in, versatility. There was one show that I did, I think it was a Bible story episode, and it was Bart, it was Ralph, and it was Nelson. I'm doing all these voices for like 10 pages or something like that. I kept, switching voices and just talking to myself and doing all this. And at the end of that, Julie Cat was like, woohoo!
Way to go, Nance. That was really good.
Hey, that hurts. No wonder no one came to my birthday party.
Hey, that hurts. No wonder no one came to my birthday party.
That sounds like a young Nelson Muntz.
You gotta take that sound. She's kinda up like that. But you gotta bring it down into that.
Make it more gravelly. Just go to the beach, grab some shells, throw them in the back of your throat, chew them up, swallow them, have some coffee, smoke some cigarettes. You'll get it down overnight, I promise. It's interesting. Very early on, there was no audition. I was just assigned these characters. Talk about pressure. Oh my gosh. It was just the word he's a bully. And from just that description, I came up with this. And the rest is history. So, some advice. If you show up early, you're on time. If you show up on time, you're late. If you're late, you're fired or you don't get hired. So make sure you be a professional. Stay late too, by the way. Find out if the producers got everything that they want. At the same time, make sure you do everything that you worked on for an audition. Tell them, I've got another idea. Here's another one. Because their idea of what a 10-year-old boy sounds like is probably different than what your idea is. Another little piece of advice, do not wear jewelry. You wear something like this, see this little microphone up here? Yeah, it's gonna pick it up and it's gonna ruin everything that you did. So no dangly stuff. People have asked me like what I drink. Do I warm up my throat and what I drink? My beverage of choice is hibiscus tea, no caffeine, and some fresh squeezed lemonade. And the lemons kind of help my throat, I suppose. I just happen to like the taste of it. I'm Nancy Cartwright, and that was my review on some impressions of my characters. Hope you enjoyed it.